Well, welcome back to the experiment. Well, a blind person in a wheelchair who is not in her wheelchair. That's why I call it the bedridden report. I'm going to turn this speech off because although it helps me to um, position the camera, always hearing turn left, tilt right, it just becomes a bit much. But it's election time, and through the good offices of Elections Ontario, I cast my vote for the person who represents the Liberal Party here in Ontario. Sorry, America, I saw what you guys did. I watched the debate. Kamala Harris kicked Trump's ass. She had a plan for the future. She had this idea, about um, you know, helping people find jobs and so forth. Donald Trump, on the other hand, made a bunch of incoherent promises he could never keep. And anybody who knows anything about politics, and I am definitely not a politician, I haven't been interested in it that long, but anybody who's savvy at least would know inflation, especially in the world of 2025, is not the world of 1956. And our economies depend on each other like never before, given social media and all the global initiatives that have happened. But anyway, the most, the thing I want to get across the most is Canadians, let's show the Americans that we're not a bunch of dumb fucks, okay? Bonnie Crombie has stated she will double the disability pension so that it's a living wage as opposed to a thing so under the poverty line that if you can find people to help you at all, chances are you'll run into somebody whose motives are not just about helping you, but want they will want favors from you, money, sex, you know, total agreement and the total willingness to be under somebody's thumb. I've never had a relationship with an I shouldn't say never because there's probably one, but I've had very few relationships with able-bodied people that didn't at one time or another employ this power dynamic. So I'm thinking, holy cow, if she raises the disability wage, the disability, and being sick is hard work, trust me. It's not fun, it's hard work, you're isolated, you feel crappy most of the time, and you can't turn it off. It's not like a 9 to 5 job. However, my girl Bonnie Crombie, Liberal Party, Canada, Ontario, she has said that health care is her number one priority, including mental health. She's not an RFK Jr. Doug Ford, while not being nearly the Trump maggot that Trump is nonetheless concerned about his and his buddies' wallets. Bonnie Crombie has grown up with addiction in her parents' life. One of her parents was an alcoholic, her dad, and she feels that mental health is that important. Doug Ford just wants to work on the economy, his exotic little spa in Ontario Place that he wants to build, his fantasy tunnel under the 401. She wants to bring doctors here, like people who have gone across the border, or people who are, uh, She wants to incentivize the whole healthcare industry, add money to people with disabilities accounts, not just 1 month like Doug Ford did, but every month. If you're a PSW or a nurse or a doctor, that's the one who cares about you. That's the one who wants to see you succeed. Now, obviously, there's something in it for her, or she wouldn't be doing it. And people can say, well, what if she doesn't come through? Thing is, you can say what you like, but Doug Ford doesn't even have the reputation of Trump. He doesn't have dementia. He's not out of his mind. He's just concerned about holding on to the power that he has and the money. He grew up somewhat more like Trump than Bonnie Crombie did. So I'm just saying, Canada, the election's coming in Ontario. Vote for your interests. Don't vote for a guy who can only, when he tries to defend himself, all he can do is put his other three rivals down: Bonnie Crombie, Merritt Stiles of the NDP, and Michael Schreiner of the Green Party. All he knows how to do is put them down and talk about past achievements in the same way that Trump does. Well, we did this and we did that, and okay, she's the person who is coming in for change. She's our Kamala Harris. If you're a Canadian and you were like me, when you saw the election, I'm surprised we still have a planet, because the F bomb I dropped when these Americans voted with their asshole instead of their head. I don't know what they voted with, but it wasn't their head and it wasn't their heart. Okay. When they voted that way, and I was so sure she was going to win it, because I watched the debates, I listened to what each of the candidates said, and I said, Kamala Harris has her shit together. Donald Trump does not. And I was encouraged by the fact that there were evangelicals for Harris and white dudes for Harris and even Republicans for Harris. Liz Cheney came out and said, I'm supporting Harris. I was sure as hell ain't supporting Trump. What happened on election night? You saw it. I saw it. Even though I'm totally blind, I'm like, my God, even I can see this guy is out of his mind. But America voted for him. Let's show America, Canada. Let's show them that we're not a bunch of dumb fucks. Okay? Let's show them that we will. And in Ontario, where all the smart people live, we will vote for somebody who cares about us. If she doesn't do what she says, well, then we can rake her over the coals, and her approval rating will definitely dip. However, she's an unknown quantity. She reminds me of Kamala Harris. She has that compassion. She doesn't have the joy or the laughter, but she has the compassion, which is the most important. Kami, I miss you. Kamala, I miss you. What the hell? Anyway, but she has this compassion, and she is, for the first politician that I've heard speak so much on the sick and the disabled, some of us who don't have a voice. So 6 days from now, I want us all to be able to stick our tongues out at the Americans and say, we're not a bunch of dumb fucks. We listened to what the candidates said, and we voted accordingly. We watched the candidates. We voted accordingly. We didn't just say, oh, well, he said he was going to bring the eggs down day one. Oh, he said he was going to he was going to bring groceries down, and he was going to stop inflation and the war in Russia and Ukraine. Uh, he was going to do all this shit, and everybody who paid attention was saying, no, 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 no. First of all, you're promising things you can't come through with. But like the old saying is, fool us once, shame on you. Let's show America, Canada, that nobody will fool us twice. I hope to send another report out real soon. I know I've only got like 10 subscribers, and I appreciate all of you. Let's show America that we're the smart neighbors to the north. We're not the dumb fucks they think we are. That we listen and we watch and we make choices based on what we see and hear, and we don't let other people gaslight us. Let's do it, Canada.